Yes. Good evening, race fans, or afternoon or evening, wherever you are in the world. Welcome to Gran Turismo Racing, here with a Gen X. Same car Sunday, Season 9. This is race number 9, which is the penultimate race of the season. And we still have plenty of points up for grabs. A couple of podium spots left in the championship. We are currently about 10 minutes into qualifying. Make that exactly 10 minutes into qualifying. And currently Airport Hobo, our friend Travis from Nebraska, is up with a 109.8, which is a terrific lap. We are on the Autopolis short course, driving the mighty Lexus LFA. Let's slip on up to the front and see how our fastest driver is doing and get a look at his livery. He's decided to go with a minimalist approach. Still sporting the color blue. He's got a few nice little streaks on it though. Little faded tattoos on there with his preferred Bandits Club livery. The Bandits Club had a nice little race that was set aside just for them a few days ago, and it was well attended and apparently a lot of fun. Did not get to participate myself, unfortunately, but it sounded like it was a right good time. So well done, fair play, everyone. My friend Mark is not speaking on the mic with me today. He is currently sitting inside a virtual car trying to make some speed so he can get nearer to the top. Because on this track here, this short course, qualifying might make a difference. All right, Justin has just set a record here for himself. He's currently getting faster with a 112.4. Looking good. Justin's running on a controller. This is Justin's absolute favorite car in the entirety of the universe. I've never seen him so excited about a car coming into Gran Turismo as it was. This one was really something to behold, and it's always nice to see Gran Turismo making somebody happy, because you hear so many people complaining about this or that. But they very kindly brought us the Lexus LFA, perhaps one of the greatest supercars ever invented. Overly expensive, it's true. The technology by the time it came out was a little bit dated. But still, absolutely grand cars. Just goes sliding in and taps the wall. It's off to the grass. Okay, Glava's put in some cracking laps, 110.1. Matt MacGyver's closing in on him, just 100th behind. And Matt has decided to take a break there in the... I think something's happened to Matt. He's taking a break just outside, or sorry, just before the pit exit. I thought he was outside the pit entrance, but he's at the pit exit. Don't know why he stopped. I'd love to find out what happened to him. Matt, if you're listening, let us know. And here is Simon. I don't know if he's sorted out his wheel issues, but given the way the car is juddering around, I think he's probably still on a controller. He's pretty good on a controller, still very fast, but it's harder for him to stay on track. At least it has been in previous races. Hoping that changes this race here, and that he keeps it between the lines and has a great result. Great paint job with the big gold flex. The big old Lexus LFA sign on the side, so you know what kind of car he's driving. And Matt MacGyver with the Bandits Club, sporting that same group logo that Airport Hobo has. Look who's gone into the lead. It's Scruffy Toff in the neon green LFA. Where are my sunglasses when I need them? Holy God, that is a hard car to look at. Scruffy has now gone off by better than 8 100s over Airport Hobo. So Hobo is going to have to scramble because he just has about a half a minute to go if he's going to put in the fastest lap. Man, Scruffy Toff is bringing it today. He is throwing down. Outstanding. Gets a little slide happening, as this car is wont to do. Very controllable car, and even more so with the racing soft tires that we're required to wear in this race. With a 109.7. Outstanding lap. He is really bringing the noise. Let's see how Rob's doing. Now, Rob has just dropped to the back. Kobayashi Maru has just jumped in front of him by 3/4 of a second. Now he's just going to get all crazy. And he knows we're looking at him. He's got to show off a little bit. So, well done. I told you to entertain me, Justin. And well done. Thank you. This is why we love you. Oh, yes. Yes. Show us what that car can do. Yeah! Oh, my God. I wish I could drift like that. Brilliant. All right. What's the rest of the field doing here? All right. Ginger Ninja has completed his lap. He's going to come in 5th unless somebody else is faster. Matt MacGyver is going to show off the team a little bit. And now he has come past the finish line. Glava comes through 3rd. Good result for Glava. He has got a 109.7 in his first lap, although that may be his out lap and wouldn't count. 110.5, probably 110.5 is his best lap. Pretty good, to be honest. 110.1 for Matt MacGyver. 109.8 for Airport Hobo. But he can't quite get past the mighty Mark and the mighty LFA with a 109.7. So our field is set, ladies and gentlemen. So well done in qualifying. If anybody is watching, jump on the chat, say hi. Remember to like and subscribe. We are Gen X, your home for clean, racing-friendly members and 0 egos allowed. So, nice work. Let's jump out. That was still qualifying. It thinks. I think that is incorrect. We are not qualifying anymore. The field is set. I don't see anybody actually racing at the moment. So while we're waiting for the race to begin, let's jump over and take a look at the standings for Season 9. As of race number 8, Airport Hobo Travis Mayo is way out front with a 154-point lead in the championship. And this is somebody who didn't get his preseason livery bonus, so he started out with 0s and missed race 1, but he has been so good, despite a penalty in race 4, he's still well out in front. And as you can see, he's finished at or near the top in each race, with the fastest lap in 3 instances. Second position, the fellow who constantly lies about being slow, Rob Ladder. It's not Platter, it's Ladder. He has his preseason livery bonus, and he also has a couple of really great races. Has not missed a race. So if you look at his results, he's obviously doing very well. But see, it matters. It matters to show up. Now, that's put him solidly into second place. About 43 points, is it? Yeah, 43 points behind our third place entrant, Simon Horbury, Ginger Ninja. He missed race 1, did not get his first preseason bonus for his livery, but he has had some tremendous results on a couple of really good laps. All right, we're about ready to start the race, so let's jump on over to it. I am going to put the information up for all you to enjoy. Here we go, lights are on, feet on the brakes, hard on the gas.
And it's go, go, go!
Oh, Scruffy gets a good jump. About a third of a second ahead of Airport Hobo. And even more so as Airport Hobo has to fend off a challenge from Ginger Ninja going into turn 1. That gave a momentary advantage to Scruffy Tough, but now they've all tucked in behind one another. Airport Hobo with a decent little slide. Ginge is just trying to find a way to sneak into that corner as he goes around, tries to do a little bit of a push on the inside. Airport Hobo's having none of it. Tries to get an outside line on him. That's never going to work there in that corner. And it has to try to get a bit of space going so he doesn't give him a tap or anything. But now he gets the inside line. Just overcooked it. He outbraked himself, overcooked it into the corner. It's a tricky little chicane there, so Airport Hobo comes out clean. Ginger Ninja, not so much. So here comes Splatter. Now Kobayashi Maru has moved from 6th up to 4th. And he's behind Splatter, who's second in the championship. Oh, man, Kobayashi Maru takes a little bit of grass, but recovers nicely. He's going to be all right. All right, now he has jumped ahead of Splatter. Don't know what happened there, and I do not have my replay button handy. I will have to change that. Keep an eye on this, folks. Let me know what I missed. Well, I grab my little keyboard. Start her up. Hope she has a charge. Yep. Looking good. Alright, Splatter's getting all out of shape. Not sure what's happening with that fella. Lots and lots of sliding going on. Glava's keeping it tight. He's moved back to 5th from where he started out in 3rd position. Matt MacGyver's down to 6th. And he has been supplanted by Splatter and Kobayashi Maru all the way up into 3rd. Screw the commentator's curse, man. Focus on your race. Let's go. Come on, let's see your result, Kobayashi. Atta boy. There we go. Okay, only 2.5 seconds behind our leader, the Scruffy Tough. Now almost a second and a half to the good. He has benefited greatly from all that scrapping at the rear. But now Airport Hobo has got out in some clean air and is looking to make a challenge for P1. Now we're only on lap number 3. These are 20-minute races, 2 sprints. We will have a reverse grid order, in race 2. So whoever comes out on top is going to have to make their way through the field. That's one of the things that makes this race so interesting and so much fun. And boy, it's nice to have some more people. We only got 4 last week. We had people who had to step out for all kinds of different reasons, as life does happen. We're not always going to get a full field. But today's a different story. We've got 7 on track, which is a good result for the Sunday race. All right, we got Kobayashi Maru under threat from Glava. Glava's trying to take the inside. Kobayashi Maru didn't defend that corner. He seems to have thought better of it. Now Matt MacGyver's on his tail. Oh, Glava overcooks it. So Kobayashi Maru goes straight back into 3rd place and now has Matt MacGyver on his tail. Now Glava went into that corner just a little hard. Let's see if I can get a replay on that as we watch Kobayashi Maru make his way to this short little hairpin. This is a tricky hairpin. It's very flat. And it's easy to get off into the grass with this car because it has so much power and it'll kick the rears out. This car made its bones on the track. It had a tremendous run at the Nürburgring back in the mid-2000s. And MacGyver goes in a little tight, picks up a little grass. So that's going to give Justin a little breathing room. Let's see how we're doing up front. We've got a real race happening up front as well. So the race for 1st and 3rd at the moment. Both very spicy indeed. Let's jump to the back just for a moment and see what's what. So Splatter has dropped all the way back into 7th position once again, as he was up into 3rd earlier, I believe. Ginger Ninja's dropped back to 6th. Currently chasing down Glava, who's dropped from 3rd to 5th. Matt MacGyver is still giving it the beans and trying to figure out Justin. Justin's going to have to go defensive here. Boy, that's a close one. There he is. Matt MacGyver trying to poke his nose in on the outside. Nothing doing. Picks up a little bit of debris. Going through that chicane. All right, Justin through with a 1:10.8. And Matt with a 1:11.1 on that last lap. So he lost a bit of time. The Airport Hobo's now scrambled into 1st place and now has picked up a 2nd on Scruffy. I'll see if I can find that pass, but given there's a 2nd separation between the two, I think that's probably not going to happen. But we'll give it a go. Let's see here. Nope, Airport Hobo had already gotten into the lead by the time I was able to get a replay. So well done. I'm going to presume it was an excellent pass. And now he's starting to widen the gap between himself and Scruffy Toff. Let's see what's happening back here. Kobayashi Maru now extends his lead to 2.3 seconds. Throwing down consistent laps, which is always a benefit, especially in these In-Car Sunday races, because everybody is driving the same car, as so named. And so consistency is going to be the biggest reason for success. Let's see, where are we? 1:10.7. Good lap for Ginger Ninja. Boy, that gold livery, that's shinier than the toilet of Mar-a-Lago. Look at that thing. Ginger Ninja's trying to figure out Glava. Back to the front here, Airport Hobo has extended his lead to 2.7 seconds. Scruffy Toff, 3.9 back to Justin, who is in 3rd position still. His lead is slightly diminished, but still substantial over Matt MacGyver. He has a 2-second lead on Glava, and Glava is now under threat from Ginger Ninja as he picks up a little grass, desperately seeking the Golden Lawnmower Award. And our host tonight, Splatter, in his splattery livery, is stuck back in 7th position for the moment. So for his fortunes to change, he's going to have to hope that some of the folks in front of him have a little incident or two. 9 seconds is difficult to overcome in a 20-minute race, but it is not like we haven't seen them do it in the past. All right, Airport Hobo's now 3.6 seconds ahead of Scruffy Toff. 4.8 seconds ahead of Kobayashi Maru, and Kobayashi Maru now under serious threat from Matt MacGyver. So the question is he going to go defensive here? As he is going slightly defensive, he knows this corner a little too well, though. You won't want to get too tight on that corner, as it will slow you down significantly and potentially give the person behind you a shot at getting around you on the outside. You see it happen time and again, and Justin has a lot of experience in this track, obviously. He wasn't about to let that happen. Alright, getting through those ugly middle twisties. Still managing to keep ahead. Now here's a spot where you can go a bit more defensive, and Justin does exactly that. Keeping the car wide, not getting too tight. Matt MacGyver gets off into the grass again, and that will slow him down briefly. Slipstream is strong on the front straight. It's a very long front straight in this track. Justin goes slightly defensive. Doesn't take the wide line, which is the faster line, knowing that if he does, he might be under fire from Matt MacGyver. And Matt now has found an in, and Justin shuts the door on him. Justin, not a guy you want to get behind. He defends briskly. Let's go back to race view here and see what's happening. Yeah, this is the race on track right here. 10 laps in, a little bit more than halfway through the race. And Matt and Justin have brought out the cayenne pepper. Matt is having a real struggle keeping that car between the lines. And just loses another 2/10. Let's see what's going on behind Kobayashi Maru. Alright, still manages to keep it wide. Prevents Matt from going around the outside. Tires are going off ever so slightly. That doesn't seem to be affecting the drivers at the moment. Oh, did he get it? Did he get a touch there? I don't know. It's hard to say, but Matt has managed to stick his nose in there and make his way around Kobayashi Maru. Looked like a clean move, but again, difficult to say without replay advantage. Let's see if I can get another look at that. All right, here it comes. Kobayashi Maru locked him up just a little bit. Got a lot of smoke out of those tires. See if I can pick up a little bit more of it. Alright, here he comes. Matt MacGyver. Yeah, guts to the inside. It was an aggressive move. It didn't look like it was overly so. But we will find out, as Mark likes to say, in the fullness of time. So, MacGyver jumps to first. Justin now on the outside looking in, but closing the gap. At least momentarily now. He's going to have to work hard to stay in that slipstream when this long straightaway comes up as they make their way through the priapism. This track, for folks who don't know, was the dream of a multi-billionaire tech executive in Japan. I should say tech owner, as we have a little over 5.5 minutes left in the race. The airport hover comfortably in first. And what he wanted, apparently, was to get Formula One to come to his dream track. So he built this wonderful racetrack in the middle of a national park in the high country, one of the islands of Japan. I cannot remember which island it was. It wasn't Hokkaido. One of the warmer islands. But it's a beautiful, beautiful national park. The problem is, if you're going to get people to a Formula One race, they have to have a means of ingress and egress. And to get into this national park and to make your way up to the racetrack requires you to go from a small town with just a few hotels up a windy, twisty road that's more than an hour drive away from the track. And then you have to deal with, of course, the traffic and the parking and all of the logistics that come with a major race. And by the time all that is said and done, it becomes so inconvenient that people just don't want to do it. And so as a Formula One track, it has failed, to be frank. It has not done well, as we watched Ginger Ninja mow a little bit of the lawn, but managed to keep the car on track and stable. So Formula One, I think they had an exhibition race here not long after the track was opened, probably paid for by said billionaire. Which, you know, Formula One doesn't like to spend money where it doesn't have to. We have an off, and Splatter is off at the tip of the priapism. And he's back on. And back on the track. Here comes Airport Hobo with 3.5 minutes to go. But, you know, because of the logistical problems and all that, never really interested Formula One to come back here and spend the money and time and trouble to stage a race here. However, it is home to many Super Formula races in the Japanese Super Formula program, which are said to be quite exciting. They do host a lot of motorcycle races. The billionaire who came up with this brilliant idea has since, if not gone broke, has lost a significant amount of his fortune and faced a lot of legal trouble in Japan. So he's no longer involved in this course. At least he was not for a very long time. Don't know what the most current state of the track is, but I assume he's no longer part of it. But under new ownership, it has done well. It hasn't thrived, but it has survived. It is surrounded by lots and lots of natural beauty as Glava has a moment. And Ginger Ninja sweeps by. Glava may have given that place back. Let's see if we can figure out what happened back there. Right, so here's Glava in 5th. He just got into a terrible slide coming through the chicane. Misjudged it. Got into the gravel. Respawns. And has to wait for it to kick back in. So Glava, our 3rd place starter and qualifies, now drop back to 6th. Splatter, who qualified at the bottom, has remained there. He got as far up as 3rd place, I believe, at least 4th. Was just having so much trouble keeping that car on the pavement. All right, Airport Hobo with a 6-second lead over Scruffy Toff, who is now getting a look from Matt MacGyver. So just 1.5 seconds or so separate him from Neon Dion. So once again, we're going to get into the trail cam on Matt MacGyver's bumper. He's up into 3rd place over Kobayashi Maru since about 6 or 7 laps ago. 22 seconds left in this event, at least this half of the event, and now MacGyver is right on his pipes. Do a camera trickery here. There we go. All right, Scruffy Toff extends his lead briefly. So he comes through the chicane onto the front straight. Huge advantage now for Matt MacGyver. Ah, they finish! Could not catch up to him. Airport Hobo picks up a half-second penalty, but it will mean absolutely nothing. He will have to finish out this final lap here. If he just sandbagged for a little bit, he might have made it through. But he's going to have to finish one more lap. So congratulations, Hobo. You just take your time. Matt MacGyver cannot hold off Scruffy Toff at the end, so Scruffy takes third. Kobayashi Maru gets a good fourth after starting sixth, so he goes up 2 positions. Jinja Ninja in fifth, Lava in sixth, and Splatter is going to have to finish this lap out, and does so. Race not quite over, but it's a short track. Our race winner will be here momentarily as he goes around the very funny little curve here at the end. It is your time to shine, Travis. Let's see what you can do. Very nice little slide across the finish line. Congrats, Travis. Sorry about the extra lap, as he gets the win and the fastest lap. Outstanding. So, Travis with the win raises his position from P2 to P1. Congratulations to him, to Scruffy Toff, and to Matt MacGyver finishing off on top of the podium in race number 1. All right. Let's let the boys take a break for tires and a little water, or whatever their beverage of choice might be. All right, looks like we are getting the room ready. Splatter is changing the room settings and reversing the grid. So real quick, here are your results. Of course, Airport Hobo wins it, has to take that extra lap. Everybody a lap down behind Hobo. He had such a grand lead. A 109.6 for his fastest lap, and who was our second fastest was MacGyver. So the Bandits Club, they came to eat. 109.8 for Matt MacGyver to make up the second fastest lap. Third fastest is going to go to Glava, he is lightning quick. If he could keep that car on track, he would finish so close to the front. And we have identical laps from Jinja Ninja and Kobayashi Maru. So both guys ought to be proud of that. So brilliant result. Lots and lots of fast laps. Splatter had to deal with a lot of offs. I think this isn't his favorite track. It certainly is not my favorite track. I didn't mean to bring too much of the personal into this, but yeah, I'm not a big lover of Autopolis. Just too many wrecks here. All right, we will sit here and wait for these guys to get started. I think Rob just about has the room prepared. But while we wait, let's jump on over to last week's result. As said earlier, we only had 4 people in last week's race. That was at the high-speed ring. Airport Hobo won both races. Splatter finished last in the first race, but second in the second race. One of our newer members, Welchie, came in a solid third and got the fastest lap. It looks like in both instances. Was it? No, we got Travis with the fastest lap at 1:12.3 at the bottom, I think? No. I'm having a little trouble reading this, but it sure looks like Welchman got the fastest lap, and that was in race 3. So well done. Win or lose, that's a point. So great result last week. Of course, hardly any drivers in the race, so everybody gets boss points. All right, here we go. Getting ready to start out. False starts penalized. Feet on both pedals. Down to the floor. I promise not to do another Murray Walker. We'll just play it straight. And it's go, go, go! Okay, I lied. Here we are, and Splatter with the lead. He gets his nose up in front of Glava, and Glava has to jump back a few spaces, I guess, to avoid contact, and that puts Ginger Ninja in second. Rob trying to make that car as big as he can to fend off the very quick Simon. Simon's getting slidey, and you can tell Simon's on the controller with those lights flashing like crazy around these corners. He's pushing so hard on the sticks. What's going on back here? Okay, Scruffy all the way at the back. Airport Hobo's past him. Airport Hobo right on Glava's pipe. Glava right up against Matt MacGyver, and Kobayashi Maru jumps into second. Glava trying to find a way around Matt. Catches a little of the grass. So Glava up into third for the moment. Matt MacGyver on his pipes. MacGyver looking to get the inside on turn one. Does so, picks up third position. Glava has to tuck in behind, and Splatter goes wild out of first position and jumps off the track and walls it. Oh my goodness, that is unfortunate. Let's take a look and see if I've got a replay on that. Let's see what happens. So Splatter gets a little wide, catches too much curb, gets in the gravel, taps Kobayashi Maru, and gets into the wall. So back to fifth goes Rob, and up into first goes Justin. Now second, 0.2 ahead of Matt MacGyver, who was his nemesis in the previous race. But MacGyver is getting a challenge from Airport Hobo now, his Bandits Club teammate. These guys are well used to racing each other. So they're going to know each other's moves. This should be interesting. Let's get into trail cam and watch as Airport Hobo tries to find a way in on Matt. Matt not going terribly defensive. Hobo getting a bit wide. Scratches off a few hundredths. As he gets a purple lap. And also very slidey. His tires are going to be cold at the beginning, but by lap 3 now they should be well warmed up. And it looks like we have good temperatures today, given the sunshine. We've got perfect weather for these Sunday races. We don't like to play around too much with the weather on Sunday races. It's all about keeping the playing field as level as possible as he goes on another purple run. And Hobo's getting faster and faster. Matt MacGyver better watch out. As he honks his horn, or somebody does at least. All right, Glava's now down in fourth place, about a second or so behind Airport Hobo. Justin seems to go a little wide, but he's fine. He's got a warning what on the back? What does he say? A warning, I'm playing with the controller. I think that's what it says. That he gets tagged by MacGyver, so MacGyver's going to have to back out. And does so. All right, hang on. There he goes. Okay. All right. Yeah, MacGyver's trying to avoid contact, and now Hobo's right up his chuff. All right. Kobayashi Maru has stabilized the car now, so he's okay. And Matt MacGyver is facing a strong challenge from Airport Hobo. And Hobo facing a strong challenge from Glava, who knows the yard. Scruffy Toff has now come from 7th up to 5th, and he's on Glava's wing. Kobayashi Maru taking the car wide, cutting off the apex, gets a little grassy, hangs on. And that little moment he had in the car, though, is giving Matt MacGyver a shot. MacGyver trying to peekaboo on the inside there. Kobayashi Maru having none of it. Airport Hobo right on top of MacGyver. So top 5 positions all gunning for the lead now. Everybody's race with 14 and a half minutes to go. Not anybody's race, everybody's race. Hobo goes off. Hobo goes John Deere and Glava goes past. Scruffy Top looking for a way in. Jumps him. And now Scruffy's up into 4th for the moment. Airport Hobo tries to find his way back. And Scruffy picks up 4th position, not by much. So now extended it to over a half second. The gap between himself and Airport Hobo. I think Airport Hobo slowed down quite a bit with those dirty tires. Didn't want to go too quick around that first turn, that's for sure. Airport Hobo just having a hard time keeping that car from sliding. All right, Kobayashi Maru now up front with a better than half-second lead over Matt MacGyver, who's been giving him nothing but trouble in both races. Thankfully, that tap on his bumper didn't take Kobayashi Maru or Matt out of the race. Justin seemed to be able to straighten it out fairly quickly and keep that car on track, thank heaven. As he goes to the final hairpin, Matt is going to have big slipstream advantage here. He can hang on to the bumper. And picks up about a 10th. Oh, he has slowed down for some odd reason. He's very unstable. He's losing the front end. All right, Glava's got Scruffy now, who's moved up to 4th. On his taillights, the Scruffy looking for a way around the outside, just getting into Glava's head a little bit. These guys have raced together for a long time and know each other. So they should be able to anticipate what the other might try to do here. How's MacGyver doing? Okay, MacGyver's closing in on Kobayashi. Looking for a way around the inside. Nothing doing. Catches grass again. And again, it slows him down. And for that, he loses the slipstream advantage. So Kobayashi Maru takes the preferred line. Clips the corner. As does MacGyver. And MacGyver gets around him on the outside. I don't think Justin relinquished that position. I think he was just being careful. So that drops Justin back into P2. Matt MacGyver jumps up into P1. So he must be slapping his steering wheel and enjoy. Let's see if we can get a look at that pass one more time. So here's Kobayashi going in. Turn 1. It just clips too much of the corner. The car gets unsettled. And that gives Matt MacGyver the spot. So it wasn't relinquishing the spot. It was just trying to get that car to behave itself. So that drops Kobayashi into 2nd position. Looking for a way back into the lead. Now Matt MacGyver has clean air, and that means a lot in this car. And Matt got a little squirrely. So does Kobayashi, so no advantage for either guy. I think Justin might have got the worst of that one. Justin and Matt MacGyver having to deal with dirty tires, and that has brought Glava and Scruffy Top ever closer. And Airport Hobo, Glava and Scruffy are having a right ding-dong. as the boys like to say. Oh, James Findley, where are you when we need you, buddy? I hope you're watching. Hey, Danielle Brooke, how you doing? We can't see the race. It's showing. Oh, sorry. Jesus, I am so sorry. You know, I'm sorry about the F-bomb, but I was watching my game monitor and was not paying attention to OBS, so... Oh, God help me. Okay. Alright, boys. Have to put it up on replay. I get so involved in these things, sometimes I just forget what I'm supposed to be looking at, so my apologies to everybody watching and racing both. Thank you, Danielle Brooke. Sorry again about the F-bomb. I would have muted my mic if it hadn't come out of my mouth so quickly. Alright, so Kobayashi Maru now drops down into third. Alright. We'll need a moment to recover. Alright, Matt MacGyver goes flying out of first place, almost 5 seconds ahead. Scruffy Top in second now. Kobayashi Maru back down to third. A little better than a half second between himself and Glava, but that is not going to last. Glava picks up third place. Kobayashi Maru drops to fifth after that run to the grass, but Airport Hobo returns the favor. Real hard to keep this car on track. Alright, Kobayashi Maru getting into the slipstream on the front straight. But cannot make it stick around the corner. And the gaps are wide in between all the racers as we get to the 14-minute mark in the 20-minute sprint. What's happened to Splatter here? Looks like he's in the back. Splatter does not like this track. Looks like a little grass, a little too much curb. Keeps it going. All right, Matt MacGyver, how you doing up front there? 4.8, nice job. Scruffy Toff. Now up into second place. I don't know what it is about Scruffy Toff in this series. Even though he's had some crazy races with some wild wrecks, he always seems to do very well, and certainly in this car. Doing great in Same Car Sunday. He does so much commentary, he doesn't get to race very often, but when he does, he brings the noise. Alright, Glava's now got a less than 1 second lead on Kobayashi Maru. Trying to get that car back on track for a podium spot. He led the race for a long time at the beginning. Of course, you probably didn't see it because I had that stupid banner up. But yeah, Kobayashi was just looking really good. Of course, now he's back into fourth position, so he didn't get to see all that he had done at the beginning of the race. He and MacGyver had a really great battle going. Ginger Ninja has rotated to the back. This is Rob. Matt's still comfortably in front with just about 4 minutes to go. Scruffy Top tried to tick off those seconds. That's a tall order. He'd have to do better than a second a lap. He's going to make up that number. Matt MacGyver, despite jumping a lot of the curves, hasn't seemed to lose a step. All right, here comes Glava and Kobayashi Maru. All right, got to quit looking at my game console. I need to be looking at the screen here. Sorry, guys. I get so caught up in this. I'm always begging for people to put up the replays and share them. And here comes a great battle between Kobayashi Maru and Glava. Because I get so excited about these races that sometimes it's really easy for me to forget what I'm supposed to be doing on these streams. So Kobayashi Maru tries the over and under again, and neither one works out for him. He does get third momentarily and promptly relinquishes it. Picks up a little grass. Now he's going to have to clean off those tires. He is giving Glava a hard time. So how's Scruffy doing in second? He has continued to lose time. But thanks to the battle behind him, he isn't losing any time to the rear there. He has still got a good gap. Still looking to finish in second if he can hold on. Just 2 minutes to go in the race. All right, Matt MacGyver comes into the priapism. Pay attention to the race, Spiffy. Matt MacGyver's taking a wide line. He's clipping the curbs like crazy. I guess he must be using them for momentum. But he's doing a fantastic job of keeping that car on the track and keeping it fast. So, I mean, look at that gap that he's achieved. He's looking at a 6-second gap between himself and Scruffy Top. Now here comes Kobayashi Maru, still just about half a second separate him and Glava. Our Croatian friend in the candy bar livery. All right, Kobayashi Maru is on the paddock straight. Ticking off a few hundredths of a second. Not a whole lot. He is going gingerly around this first turn. Trying to keep that car settled, not get too much curb. Picks up a lot of grass. He's clipping the curbs, taking a page out of Matt MacGyver's book. All right, 23 seconds to go. Where's Matt on track? Looks like Matt might not have to do an extra lap. All right, he's approaching the final corner. 6 seconds to go. Matt, if you slow down, you won't have to drive another one. Nope, he's going to do it. And we have our winner. Nice final lap with a 1:10.6. Congratulations, Matt MacGyver, on getting the win. Scruffy Top, congratulations for another P2. Good slide. Glava in P3. Kobayashi Maru once again in P4, but really gave it the beans there on Glava at the end. Ginger Ninja's going to come around in 5th. Airport Hobo in 6th. Tough race for Airport Hobo on the second go-round. And Splatter, not on his favorite track, comes around the final turn. Actually, the penultimate corner, because you have that stupid little kink here at the end. And that is the final turn, my friends. And Splatter says, nope, no slide, but a little bit of showing off just in case. All right, so good job, Matt. Congratulations to the Bandits Club once again. cracking race. Yeah, went up 4 spots. Very, very nice. I'm super impressed. And that's not an easy thing to do, is impress me. Kobayashi Maru, he goes, need not apply. Yes, well said. And I hope you will join the interviews after, which we will have momentarily. Give me a moment here. I'm going to make a few little adjustments, and we will get to the driver interviews. And great congratulations to Matt MacGyver, to Scruffy Top for another outstanding result. So finishes in P2 in both races. He gets a 109.9 for his trouble. Fantastic lap. Airport Hobo with the fastest lap by 0.02 of a second over his teammate Matt MacGyver. So we have Matt MacGyver, Scruffy Glava, Kobayashi Maru, Ginger Ninja, Travis, and Rob. Those are your top 7 positions out of 7. All right. Let us make our way to the party chat.
The stream, you bastard.
Hello, boys.
Hey, Greg.
Good evening, Spiffy.
Good evening. I hope nobody was listening to the stream, so you wouldn't know that I made a colossal screw up. But let's get back to the race, shall we? We can work on that in due time.
MacGyver Jr. did pipe up that she couldn't see it.
Oh, yeah, I saw. Yeah, there was a...
told me, but I was like, I don't know how to tell them. I'm in the middle of the race. What am I going to do?
Oh, my God. Yeah, and I dropped an F-bomb, so many apologies there. I was not pleased with myself, to say the least. Anyway, congratulations. Let's see. We'll start with race 2 since that's the one I can remember. Congratulations, Matt MacGyver. Are you on? There you are.
Thanks, bud. Yeah.
Tell us about the race. It looked like you were having a hell of a time getting around Kobayashi Maru.
Oh my God, he makes you fight for it. That's for sure.
He really does. I've never seen a guy get a car so fat.
Yeah. No, he was racing really well though. Like, he's just fast enough that you can't get by him, and that's a tough track to pass on.
Yeah, it is anyway. But you were clipping a lot of corners. Were you using those to launch yourself out? Because it seemed like you were using them to get your car to kind of go around. That, or you just like mowing the lawn? What was it?
I was definitely using curbs to rotate.
Okay.
If I got in the grass, other than that last exit before the straight, I cut that.
Yeah, well, it looked brilliant. I mean, and even in race 1, you were really challenging. You're really challenging anybody you got behind. I think you were after Kobayashi in that race too, as I recall.
Yeah, we had quite a few laps both races of really good racing.
Yeah, well, as James Findlay and Mark always like to say, it was a right ding dong, and it was a lot of fun to watch. So well done in both races, particularly in race 2. Nice result. Now, Airport Hobo, you got race number 1. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Fantastic race. Now you started off P2, and we had Scruffy Toff on pole. So it looked like he was going to run away from you there for a while. You had so much going on behind you. How did you manage to get past all of that scrapping in the back?
Well, the first race, I didn't really... Me and Mark kind of got some gap between us and everybody else, and then Mark kind of made a couple mistakes on the turns, and then I got by him with that, and then I just tried to run clean laps was the hard part, stay on the track. So,
That seems to be the hardest part of racing with the LFA.
yeah, especially on high turn tracks like that, that the turns demand a lot.
They certainly do, and it being very flat, there's really no way to zip around a corner effectively, unless you're Matt and you like to use the curbs, apparently.
Right.
So, yeah, well done in both races. You had a lot of trouble and struggles in the last race. I think, what did you finish, P5, P6?
P6, yeah.
P6.
I just didn't have a very consistent race. I was getting up there and fighting with JJ and Mark and Glava, and all 4 of us were in a group. And Glava broke a little bit sooner than I did, so instead of hitting him in the back, I kind of took myself to the outside and got a little grass on my tires, and then had a hard time getting back into the rhythm after that.
Yeah, understandable. And well done you for avoiding contact.
Why couldn't you do that on your fast lap? You're 2,000 faster than me in fast lap.
Airport hobo,
that,
the
Greg?
anti-Romain Grosjean. All right,
Yeah.
good job. Anyway, well done, well raced. I'm going to go over to Scruffy Toff because he had not one but 2 second place finishes. So how's it feel to be a bridesmaid, Mark?
Well, you know what? I'm actually quite pleased because in race 1, my pole position was a complete fluke.
Yes.
I've got
It was
absolutely
not.
no idea. I was those steady 110s. That's where I was, and then suddenly that came out of nowhere. So I was kind of happy with P2 in race 1. Travis got past me. I let him go, and then I think Matt and Kobayashi Maru battling behind me kind of helped. They were closing in, but I was just like Travis said.
Yeah.
I was just focused. It was a bit like Laguna Seca. I was just focused on. I had another 2 races where I didn't get a single penalty.
Oh, that's true.
And I was just focused on breaking points, getting it round, and I could see them coming closer and closer. And I thought, well, I'm going to have to make a complete rickets of it to lose this position. I was, however, counting down the clock in race 1.
I'm sure you were.
I would, yeah.
Well, the
But
Bandits
race
Club
2,
gave you so
yeah,
many
sorry.
challenges. I'm sorry?
Yeah, but they always do. I was just saying before you joined chat, I think there's some sort of vendetta because I don't mention them enough in streams or something. But race 2, there was a bit of a. I think JJ and Kobayashi Maru and Glava kind of made mistakes at the same corner. Just coming up to the
That
final
first right-hander,
bend.
wasn't it?
Well, no, they made a mistake, so I managed to catch right up, and then I got in the slip, and I think it was a clean mistake, but I got past them both down the straight and into turn 1. And then I was kind of away because they were battling. But yes, very pleased, Greg. Thank you very much.
Yeah, I was very pleased to see. That's just a boatload of points.
Yeah, should have played my Joker this week, shouldn't I?
Right?
But it's a track I don't particularly like in a car I hate, so it was never going to happen.
Which is odd because you've had such great results in that car. Yeah, I'm really surprised you would say that.
Yeah. Well, there you go.
It's
fantastic
very challenging to
result.
drive.
Well, it was a fantastic result. It was a hell of a lot of fun to watch. So let's move on over to Simon Ginger Ninja. How you doing, buddy?
All right, Greg, how are we, mate?
Yeah, I tell you what, you had some tremendously fast laps, followed by a few faux pas. You care to tell us about it?
Nope.
Fair enough.
Last race in that car.
It's too painful.
You were counting down the minutes, weren't you?
Yep.
But you're on
like days,
controller
but yeah,
still.
minutes.
I'm sorry?
It felt like days, but yeah, minutes.
Felt like days, exactly. Trouble always does. Did you get your wheel fixed, or are you still on controller?
I'm on controller for a minute. I've just got a new wheel.
Oh, congratulations! Well, I'm looking forward to you breaking that.
Try and
down.
get that sorted next week.
Yeah.
What is it? What did you get?
The 923, is it? 932?
Okay.
Oh, the Logitech.
Be interested in your feedback.
Yeah, I'm going to say JJ didn't seem too impressed with it, did he? When I mentioned it in comments.
He
No.
seems to be married to that controller. He's good on it.
Hmm.
But I saw your lights flashing furiously whenever you went through a hairpin, so I figured it might be a controller.
Yeah.
Okay, so you couldn't be that angry.
A bit of both.
Yeah. Well, you flashes of brilliance as always. You're really fast on track, and it was a joy to watch you race. So thanks for all that, Simon.
Cheers, Greg.
Who else have we got here? I think you might be the last one. Let's take a look here.
Splatter on?
Oh, yes, there he is. Hey, Rob, turn off your mute button, bud.
Hello.
Hello, Rob. Let's see. I can't begin to tell you how hard that was to watch because you were doing so well in race 2.
I really wasn't. Come on now, we can't polish a turd here. You know, I mean, if the standard
You
of
can
excellence,
roll it in glitter.
ironically enough, you can, can't you, Mark? You've got the equipment.
You can always bedazzle a
I'm
turd.
covered in it, mate. I'm covered in it.
I was just going to say that. I mean, like, if the standard of excellence is the golden gonads, then I think that personally deserves something like the wooden gonads award, because that was just shocking. I mean, yeah,
The bronze rectum.
Let's stick with a positive for the moment, though.
There's
At
a
the
positive?
beginning of
just one.
race 2. All right, I didn't make that a plural, but not for any particular reason. In race 1, you were defending well. You had a few good laps on the lead, but it seemed to all fall apart for you. Was it turn 1 where you got into the gravel, or was it the final turn?
It's my least enjoyable track. I really tend to avoid it like the plague. So it's my own fault. I should do some practice on this and just, get to know the breaking points.
Yeah, I do remember mentioning that in the stream, that it was not your favorite track.
It's not my favorite. I mean, it was like 2 of the loneliest races I've ever had, because I was just at the back and I was just dawdling around. It was literally, ironically, a Sunday afternoon drive. And I couldn't even sort of get close to catching anybody. So, one to forget for me, but never mind. Still fun.
Yeah, well, you haven't turned the LFA into a taxi, so I couldn't pay a whole lot of attention to you. Trying to suss out who your passengers were this time.
I just figure you'll get bored of that eventually, so I can't do it constantly, can I?
No. Mark, do we ever get bored of that?
God, no. Just higher resolution pictures would be lovely.
Or
And
just
some-
accept the fact that I'm going to be posting pictures of ladies who are like from the 21st century,
Yes, see, that doesn't help
nice.
either.
Be nice.
Contemporary stuff, no. Whoosh over my head.
We don't need any more silent film actresses, although Gloria Swanson was pretty hot. All right,
yes, you
guys.
can add me to the list of those who'll be quite happy to see the back of this LFA now.
Oh, I hear you. But, don't say anything shitty about the LFA, man.
It's lovely to look at, but to race in this, it just seems like it's either on or it's off. Sometimes it grips, sometimes it doesn't. It's just very odd.
It's a
I think
toughie.
it's got more to do with its race softs with stock suspension than anything.
Could well be. Yeah, could well be.
Yeah,
The
I suppose
Lexus
that's-
Fat Arms.
Well, Ginger Ninja's a big fan of the car. Oh, that's good.
Yeah,
Aren't you, Simon?
I think he's trying
Yeah,
to buy one.
I'm on Auto Trader at the minute.
All right, boys. It was a great race. Really enjoyed it. Again, sorry about putting that panel up in front of the race. I got so involved watching it on my console, I completely neglected what was up on the overlay. So for about like the first half of race 2, you got to see who was ahead in the championship. So screw me. I'll make all my apologies to you and the rest of the world right here, right now, to admit my faults. But wonderful race, fellas. Thanks so much for the entertainment, and I look forward to the next one.
Cheers,
Cheers for the
guys.
stream, Spiffy. Thanks, guys.
Happy to do so. Good night, everybody.
Hey guys.
Bye-bye.
Toodaloo. Bye.